Good morning. Good morning and afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for coming today to this seminar, Enhancing Early Warning System Development and Further Collaboration in Asia Pacific. My name is Naoko Kimura, a policy researcher at the Institute for Global Environmental Strategies, and I am today's Master of Ceremony today. So with increasing international attention to loss and damage related to climate change, Japan announced the assistance package by the government of Japan for averting, minimizing, and addressing loss and damage at the COP27. As part of the package, the Ministry of the Environment Japan is actively working to introduce and to deploy the early warning system in the Asia-Pacific region. The EWS, Early Warning System Initiative, with Ministry of the Environment Japan and the Japanese private sector companies, is working to address the various climate change issues in the Asia-Pacific region. At this seminar, the progress and achievement of this initiative will be explained and shown to you all. So today we'll hear from several experts who bring valuable perspectives from various fields. Each will share insights of their work and share their insights on their work, followed by a panel discussion. Before we begin, I would like to give you a quick few housekeeping announcements. First, please silence your mobile devices. And second, if you have a problem in listening or hearing the sound, please raise your hands and let staff know so that they will give you a headset for you. And at the end of the panel discussion, if time allows, we are going to have a question and answer Q&A time. So please jot down any question you may have. So thank you very much once again for being here. Now, we would like to start. So first, we'll have opening remarks by Mr. Yutaka Matsuzawa, Vice Minister for Global Environmental Affairs, Ministry of Japan.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all for joining this event today. In recent years, the effects of climate change have become increasingly apparent. We see a lot of extreme weather events worldwide. It remains vivid in our memory that the recent heavy rains extreme weather event caused widespread flooding and landslide, as we observed in Spain, the Philippines, Vietnam, among others. I'd like to express my deep sympathy and sadness at those tragedies. In this context, the United Nations initiative on early warning for all is critical. Early warning system can help people evacuate rapidly in case of storm surge, flooding, or landslide. Although the most vulnerable often do not get these warnings in time. Improvement early warning system is necessary. The government of Japan launched the initiative to promote the development of early warning systems through public-private partnership in the Asia-Pacific region. Japan has faced and overcome numerous natural disasters and aims to share its accumulated experiences through the initiative. The private sector, in particular, offers a wide range of technologies and services with a proven track record of successful application. While involving private sector in adaptation has been considered to be challenging, we hope to demonstrate that such participation is indeed possible. Today, we'd like to share latest updates on the introduction of weather information services, disaster prevention tools, and flood forecasting system in Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines, respectively. In this pavilion, Japan private companies exhibit flood forecasting systems. So please visit their booth after the seminar. Through early warning system, public-private partnership initiative, we aim to strengthen the resilience of the Asia-Pacific region to climate change and contribute to the United Nations Early Warnings for All initiatives. We hope this seminar will be fruitful for all participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matsuzawa. Now we are going to get into part one, presentations. The first presenter is Mr. Yukihiro Haisa, Director, Climate Change Adaptation Office, Global Environmental Bureau, Ministry of the Environment, Japan. So, Mr. Haisa, please.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Yukihiro Haisa, a Director of Climate Change Science and Adaptation Office, Ministry of the Environment, Japan. I quickly present our EWS PPP project, which was started in 2022. I skipped some slides due to the time shortage, so directly into this one. Our EWS PPP project started in 2022, but the consultation meeting among Japanese private entities and relevant authorities are established in June 2023. Our mission is identifying business opportunities through prototype building and prototype building. And our vision is supporting private sector-led EWS development with public fund and policies. But the eventual goal we set is EWS business promotion through private funding. And this consultation meeting, many Japanese private companies join, and the number is in total 58 companies and entities, which include manufacturers of observation equipment or weather forecast system developers, communication service providers, general insurance companies, and engineering companies, among others. And today we have Swiss Re, Veronica, and the Weather News, and NEC, and Hitachi are here. And in addition to those, Geosphere Environment Technology Company is among the members, and they are Hitachi and Geosphere Environment Technology have their own booth there, and NEC as a consortium of adaptation financing. So please visit their booth after this panel discussion. And next one is what we are doing with ASEAN counterparts countries. We are currently doing on our upper left side, market survey is done in 2023. We conducted a comprehensive market survey across 6 ASEAN countries, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Cambodia, and Malaysia, to assess the demand for Japanese EWS technologies. Based on this, we developed 2 business prototypes tailored to key markets, including Thailand and Vietnam. And lower left, with a Weather News company, the first prototype is weather information service in Bangkok, addressing the city's challenges with flooding and traffic congestion caused by heavy rains. we are piloting a service provided by Weather News that delivers a timely, accurate weather forecast to help both authorities and residents better prepare and respond. And the next one up on our upper right side is the second one is an AI-powered disaster crisis management solution. In Vietnam and Thailand, municipalities are keen to improve disaster forecasting and rapid communication. A service provided by Specti uses AI to extract real-time crisis data from open sources like social media and weather reports. This ensures that only reliable information is delivered, supporting better decision-making during emergencies. And the last one is the operationalization phase of floods, which is a simulation tool developed by Hitachi and the Ministry of the Environment. This year, we are equipping the tool at the Vietnam Academy for Water Resources to assist in flood detection, inundation mapping, and damage assessment. We are also expanding this tool along with its upgraded paid service, Dio Vista, to the Philippines, where municipalities have shown strong interest for introduction of the tool. So this is what is happening on the ground, and we are expanding our efforts and scaling up in ASEAN region by through the consultation meeting of EWS PPP. So I look forward to hearing from those who are here today. So thank you very much.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Heisa. Next presenter is Mr. Shoichi Tateno from Weather News, Inc.
Morning. Firstly, I would like to express my appreciation for invitation here to Ministry of Environment and all the speakers and the guests here. I'm Tateno from Weather News Inc., Public-Private Partnership and Sustainability. I would like to share today some experiences through our weather and climate service business globally. So this is the origin of our company. Started from the tragedy ship accident. The founder, Mr. Hiro Ishibashi, decided to building the efficient early warning system and accurate weather forecast in Japan, and he established Weather News and the weather business in Japan. About 40 years, we have expanded our business globally. We have the operation centers in Asia, Europe, and the US. And we have 45 targeted market, mainly transportation, and also the energy, retails, and broadcasting mobile internet business. What we do is really simple. We collect the data from everywhere in the world, and we create the service and contents like the forecast or countermeasure, and provide the service to the customer and get the feedback from them. Then we circulate that the flow to create the better service next day. This is the one of the key to success, the roles and responsibilities of public sector and private sector in Japan. So basically, the Met Office is doing the public service to the citizens, and we we provide more like a customized for each people. So we need both the early warning system for all and early warning system for you individual. Then what we do for early warning system is when disaster happened, the public sector, the JMA, issued an early warning for citizens. So this is a single voice, national single voice, and we respect that, and we distribute quickly and widely. And we collect the data from the users. Then we update the latest information. This is the very simple private sector's roles. And this is a presentation in Haisa-san. We kind of utilizing this good practice to the Asia. So we have provided the nowcast, which is a very short range and accurate weather forecast to the Thailand area in collaboration with the Bangkok city, which is a local government. And we provided and created the new service. Also, we provide the global website, so everyone could access. And when the warning issues with the basic weather information, you can check the latest warning information, which is issued by government. So we are kind of supporting the distribution for the information. And we have a really thing, the collaboration is really important to establish this framework. So we have a good collaboration partnership with Ministry of Environment, Japan, and also the international organization like the WMO, IMO, World Bank, and also the local government like Bangkok City and Japanese cities, and also the academia like the Oklahoma University. Then I would like to touch very few, but climate change services, the latest services of ours. So this is the forecast forest fire risk index. So as you know, this year you watch the many like forest fire or heat wave news on the TV. So this is the kind of risk index developed with the Japanese government, agency of forestry agency of Japan. Sorry. So we have developed this system and planning to expand this system to the Balkans area and also the other like Asia, the other area we are planning. Also, we provide a safety support service for shipping industry, but also the CO2 emission is the huge agenda of their industry. So we have a monitor and support service for shipping companies. Also, drone is the next generation mobility. So we are providing the supporting more like a small area and a very accurate weather forecast. And we are planning to develop the new multi-frequency weather radar too. And this could be the last one. We have the climate risk analysis service. This is the one of the latest and very popular service in Japan. So we calculated and analyzed the physical risk by climate change, and the customers could use that information as a countermeasure, and they can reduce the damages and also the cost, like the insurance. So this is the kind of the new type of the climate service in Japan. So conclusion, we have a lot of opportunities to establish the early warning system, but I think we need a collaboration with, especially with the public sectors, local government and national government. And also the data sharing will be the key to success and enhance. And quantification, which is, we have to make it as a number, and we calculate the effectiveness by the services. So this is the conclusion of my presentation. And I talked very quick because I don't have time. So thank you very much again. And I would like to hear some voices to collaborate with us to establish the people-centered early warning system. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tatano. Next presenter is Ms. Veronica Scotti from Swiss Re, Chairperson Public Sector Solutions.
So I don't have slides, but I hope you can hear me clearly. First of all, good morning, everyone. And let me say how much I truly appreciate the invitation to be with you today. And a specific thank you to the Vice Minister and to the Director Heisa for this invitation to be partners in a very important project. I will say we're extremely honored to be able to contribute to this initiative, realizing, as you said, that early warning systems make a huge difference in our ability to protect lives, economies, and our financial viability over the long term. So I hope the examples that I'm about to share with this community today can offer a sense of how early warning systems can truly make a difference to our ability to protect people and populations and economies at large. And this I will try to build on the scope of the partnership, which is for ASEAN countries. So first, maybe I'll take a second to explain. Swiss Re is a global reinsurance company, which has one aim, which is making the world more resilient. For over 160 years, we have provided reinsurance capacity and global insights. And we've been working with the public and private sector clients, both in mature and in developing markets, ever since our establishment. Swiss Re is a member of the Japanese Minister of Environment Early Warning System Initiative, where we've been providing risk and insurance expertise alongside our esteemed clients, Tokio Marine, MSI, and Sompo Japan. We bring our capacity and our expertise in this initiative, supporting the ministry expectation that reinsurance and insurance can act as risk takers in the context of protection against weather shocks. So let me explain how we do our work, because data insights are absolutely a focus of our discussion today, but are fundamental to our ability to do our part in this partnership. And identifying and understanding risks is the key step in risk management for us. Our underwriting indeed relies on accurate and reliable assessments of climate risk so that we can deploy our own risk-bearing capital, which is why within Swiss Re, we have in-house experts, over 50 scientists that work on 190 models and manage 200 terabytes of curated portfolios and data to be able to deliver continuously updated and reliable analysis of risks around the world. Through that power of data and analytics, we can help our clients understand the risks and get a better also understanding of where future climate scenarios could do to their portfolio, to their economic activities, to their business models. That means we can help better prepare, and we can help adapt their business models and their responsiveness to a very changing world. The delivery of this data is done through our proprietary tools, but these tools today are also integrated in open platforms for other partners to join around. Whether it's our CatNet tools or our risk data services, we have over 15,000 insurance professionals around the world, over 100 corporates, many academics, and ever more governments and public entities that use our information to better understand natural hazards, weather patterns, flood risk, and most critically, develop resiliency strategies. Some of these tools, as I said, allow our partners to actually combine our data with their data and with independent data that they can source from any other company and data provider around the world in a unique delivery mechanism for integrated better risk analytics and assessment. So we really speak of end-to-end platforms, any number of partners, any number of clients being able to connect to make better informed decisions. And so we're very proud that these really accelerate efficiency, reliability, comparability of insights. No one has a comprehensive and unique and correct world of the view, but when we join forces, we can really get the best of all of our insights together. And that can go towards risk mitigation, and critically, early warning systems become one of the most powerful engines to risk planning and risk reduction. Now, as it was mentioned before by Mr. Heisen, early warning systems are critical to quickly move lives away from danger and drive threats away from property, services, and economic activities. But even as we risk reduce, we're still left with residual risks. There continue to be shocks to the financial protection that may be required. And in that sense, insurance can be and is indeed a very helpful form of supplementary capital and risk management tool. We take share in the financial risk that affects, those residual, that is affected by those residual risks. And we provide very fast funds to support a very timely recovery after events. So having this comprehensive data insights into natural catastrophe and weather enables the design of covers that are highly responsive to the populations and to the needs that are bespoke to the particular areas. And in particular, we're very proud to have helped the development over 30 years of parametric insurance, which is today really become mainstream. So allow me to spend a couple of minutes in explaining how parametric insurance is making its contribution. You may be familiar personally or through your business activities with the traditional indemnity insurance, which assesses and calculates loss amounts after an event. It's very bespoke to specific assets and requires data to be able to underwrite. That is a fantastic form of insurance because it's very bespoke to specific assets, but it also comes with limitation. The loss adjustment can take time. If data is not available, typically we cannot protect on an indemnity basis. Parametric insurance is unique in this sense because it allows us to get around the data gap and to really use independent verification and data to provide on a trigger basis solutions that can be very fast responding. So it's based on indexes and on triggering certain values within these indexes so that payouts can be very fast. That means that typically relative, whether it is a wind speed, a temperature change, a rainfall, a flood level, a loss of moisture in the ground, these parametric indices create an immediate, close to immediate payment. It's typically within 1 or 2 weeks. Transparency, because all of these parameters are prearranged in the design phase, and so there is absolute certainty about the payout. And flexible in the use of the payout. We've seen deployments going towards covering immediate expenses, disaster recovery, or even going to protection of the most vulnerable populations that otherwise would have not been protected. So the ability of having access through this partnership of enhanced observation networks and further accumulation of data, for instance, what we've heard from the weather network, really makes an incredible capacity for us to really step up our ability to innovate around financial solutions, such as parametric insurance, and reducing protection gaps around the world. I'd like to mention maybe 2 or 3 examples that will benefit from our collaboration going forward. They already exist, but I think will be further accelerating. Swiss Re has been supporting the Mutual Council of Australia in quantifying a better understanding climate-related risks. And with those municipalities, we've been able to help inform future use of land, construction, and standard developments. That's obviously an Australian case, but you can imagine this being deployed in any of the Asian countries that this partnership seeks to support. In Kazakhstan, we've used parametric insurance for the agricultural sector. There, the frequency and severity of droughts has been exposing farmers' crop yields and livelihood to very grave risk. And so we use satellite information and soil moisture deficit indices to protect farmers against the financial loss that this drought would have created. The payout, as I said, are based on the predefined levels. And the interesting thing is that 313,000 farmers could be onboarded on blockchain technology and be guaranteed immediate payout once the triggers happen, reducing the time to delivery of funds to literally hours from the triggering of the cover. Last but not least, I will mention the work that we've done in California, where flood-based analytics on the ground has allowed us to protect for the first time municipalities that are largely uninsured against flood to atmospheric rivers that today cost the state over 1 billion of annual losses. And it's used of artificial intelligence that I know also this partnership was mentioned before by Mr. Isa. The deployment of artificial intelligence means that we can do predictive insurance and really have very timely payout and help with population protection. So I hope that through this collaboration, we can bring the expertise that we've developed elsewhere in the world together with the partnership and the technology that we are building together for the delivery towards the 6 countries within the scope of the agreement. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Scotti. Next presenter is Ms. Miki Sato from NEC, Senior Director, Cross Industry Business Unit from NEC Corporation.
Thank you. Good morning. It is a privilege to be here at this seminar. Today, I will introduce NEC's approach to pre-disaster prevention. First, I'd like to introduce NEC a little bit. NEC, a 125-year-old technology company, transform AI, biometric authentication, and communication into social value for sustainable society. We provide global disaster prevention through detection and warning systems for heavy rainfall, floods, tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanoes, and more. As you know, natural disasters have become more severe, which incidents increasing 5-fold for having fivefold and economic losses sevenfold over the past 50 years. The GHG emissions during disasters and recovery account for 10% of total emissions. However, compared to mitigation measures, investment in adaptation measures is only 1/18. We must improve investment and money flow to implement adaptation measures. Our approach involves collaboration with various stakeholders. We formed the Adaptation Finance Consortium this year with Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance and engaged with stakeholders from both the private and the public companies sectors to create the pilot use cases. One example is Tokyu Railway, which serves 5.8 million customers annually. The company faces flooding of electric equipment due to heavy rain, which could threaten train operations. To address this issue, Tokyu Railway installed waterproof doors in one of its stations' electrical rooms, avoiding losses of 9.1 million. Another case involves the Japanese energy company that operates multiple plants in Japan. Rising groundwater levels due to sea level rise and extreme rainfall increase the risk of liquefaction during earthquakes. The company implemented liquefaction prevention measures, avoiding losses of about $550,000 by reducing recovery costs and CO2 emissions. So far, we have visualized and calculated the adaptation value, the initial stage in creating the money flow. Now we have reached the new stage, optimization. Discussions have commenced with insurance companies regarding the use of the calculated adaptation value. It is anticipated that insurance companies will optimize underwriting and update terms and conditions. Private companies can enjoy new benefits by reducing the risk premiums. This will create new investment incentives and increase the money flow to adaptation. I will now show you a video message from Mr. Noguchi, the representative of the Adaptation Finance Consortium.
Hello, everyone. I am Soichi Noguchi, an astronaut and the Chief Technical Officer of the Institute for the International Socioeconomic Studies, IISE. During my astronaut career over 26 years, I was fortunate enough to fly to space 3 times and spent nearly 1 year. Every day, I saw the beautiful Earth rotating underneath the International Space Station. I, sadly, also witnessed the severe damages which we have given to the Earth's environment. I saw glaciers floating in the polar regions. I saw the deforestation in the tropical rainforest. Those scars on the Earth, caused by the global warming, are undeniably clear and pleasant danger to the Earth's environment. Now is the time to counteract climate crisis, including natural disaster by climate changes on a global scale. We know that the countermeasures to climate crisis have 2 phases, mitigation and adaptation. Compared to mitigation, however, not enough resources are being allocated to adaptation countermeasures. To increase the awareness of the importance of this adaptation phase, we established Japan Consortium for Adaptation Finance, and I am serving as the Director General. As a multi-stakeholder initiative, we are aiming to mainstream adaptation finance that implements climate change adaptation solutions through financial institutions, IT solution providers, infrastructure companies, government agencies, and academia. We all share the same one planet, like fish living in the same fishbowl. The well-being of people and the well-being of the planet are connected, meaning that we need to achieve a safe and resilient society for all countries, regions, and people. Let's work together to make Earth more climate resilient for a sustainable future.
Thank you. Sorry, may I continue my presentation? Sorry. Finally, let me talk about how our technologies can contribute to advancing climate adaptation. In the disaster, a vast array of images is uploaded to the internet. Recent AI technologies are able to identify the location, enhance the result by referring to different data sources, and interact with non-technical people by talking or chatting. These technologies can provide insights and estimate damage costs quickly during disasters. We would like to discuss how we can promote disaster preventions, including early warning systems, by leveraging our technology and data from insurance and weather companies. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sato. So as the session title, as the seminar title says, we would like to hear from the representatives from Asia, Eastern Asia countries. So first is Mr. Irwan Asad, a Director, Climate Change Adaptation Ministry of the Environment, Indonesia, excuse me.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. And it is nice, it's to be honored to be with you today. Mr. Vice Minister, Mr. Directors, thank you for inviting us to share our experience working on this adaptation and early warning systems. Yeah. Okay, let me tell you about the background of this, why we need an early warning system in Indonesia and why we need to combat climate change. Yeah. Indonesia is an archipelagic state, more than 17,000 islands. I think similar with Japan, that we are prone to a number of impact from climate change, sea level rise, yeah, hydrometeorological disasters, extreme climate, heat waves, you name it. Yeah, everything's in there, and then we have to face it every day. There are 270,000 people living in Indonesia. And 40%, 50% are living in the low-lying area, in the coastal area. So that's why there are impact from water scarcity first. Yeah, we have a number of fresh water, but is it drinkable? Yeah, climate change impact to the ecosystem, forest ecosystem. That's like the astronauts say that he witnessed the deforestation caused by wildfires. Yeah, not only in Indonesia, in Brazil, in Australia, in everywhere. Yeah, impact to the marine ecosystems, coral bleaching. Yeah, ocean acidification. That's impacted our fisheries industries. Reducing health qualities. Yeah, climate change reducing our health qualities. Yeah, including vector-borne disease. Yeah, malaria, dengue, and etc. Diarrhea, yeah. And the last one is stability of energies, because we need that one in order to boost up the development. And in Indonesia, that there is a increasing of hydrometeorological disaster, 80% in the last decades. That's why this kind of system that we develop is really helping us to prepare with this impact of climate change. Okay. This is the map of Indonesia, and you can see this dot in every area in Indonesia, in every province, every district that have impacted by this. It's not only from, it's like the head natural disasters, but also from agriculture, yeah, from the health condition, and etc. Yeah, in the left panel side, you can see the disasters, how disasters impacted Indonesia in the last decade, and the intensity and frequency is increasing. We always say that climate change is not the cause, but climate change increasing the intensity, frequency, and severity of this impact. Yeah, and then and also impact from socioeconomic impact. Yeah, the socioeconomic impact. We will losing about 3.5 from our domestic brutto if we are not if we conducting this business usual development plan. That's how big the impact of climate change to Indonesia. Yeah. We're using this time of this number of technology to prepare of this early warning systems. Yeah, I will give you an example, at least 3 of the one that are running right now in Indonesia, and most of them are developed by national climatology and meteorological agencies. We have an agencies, we have designated agencies to work on this type of event. So there is one is meteorological early warning systems. Yeah, and this one is the cool things about this apps or this system is because because it's online systems, web-based and easy to access. I'm sorry, this is still in Bahasa Indonesia because it is for local people. So if people in one province or one area would like to know what will be the hazard that coming to this area, yeah, you can see this. Sorry, it's too small, but there's a yellow one in here. Yeah, in this yellow one, they will inform you what type of the hazard they will be coming. Mostly about heavy rains, because heavy rains will impact it on floods and landslide. That's the, and then people and in the left side, if they click that one, people will understand which area will be impacted, how large the impact, and how to prepare for that one. So we give them a clue, kind of clue. Yeah, we have to be. It's like if your area is have a dikes or something, you have to move away from the river, something like that. So just it is simple information to the people. Yeah, that's the meteorological early warning system. The second one in here, so it's not working. The climate early warning system is mostly on a drought. Yeah, on drought hazard. So we inform the people that will be drought on the next 1 month or 3 months. So they will prepare for that one. This is especially for the agricultural side, agricultural aspect. So the people on the field, let's prepare for that one, or prepare for this the water scarcity that coming. And there's also several parts of Indonesia that they are highly susceptible to this kind of activity, this kind of hazard. In the eastern part of Indonesia, in the eastern part, they are very 1 minute. One more. Because I'm so happy to share this one to you, to all of you, because it's I think it's very nice to and hear from your activities. And the last one is flood early warning systems. It's also web-based, but mostly on floods. So people have an access to these apps. We share the apps, and then they will use this app to know what the types of floods that they can anticipate the floods they want. So they will prepare, because in most of our cities, if there is a high rain, there will be floodings. So and then they can use these apps or they can use this system to prepare for these activities. Okay, I think thanks from my side. And then it is time to act now. There is no time to hold these activities. Thank you very much, and I wish you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Assad. Next presenter is from Malaysia, Dr. Ahmad Farouz bin Jamardin. So, Doctor, please.
Very good mornings. Thank you for the organizer, Minister of the Environment Japan, for inviting Malaysia to this important event. So basically for today, I would like to talk about how we design the early warning system in Malaysia. Okay. So basically, when we design our early warning system in Malaysia, so we are confined to what we call 4 elements. So basically, the first one is disaster rich knowledge. The second one, monitoring and warning system. The third one is dissemination and communication. The fourth one is response capacity. So what is mean by this? So basically, for the first one, disaster rich knowledge. So basically here we have do some sort like a risk assessment or survey. So we recognize which area are vulnerable to what type of the weather or what type of the disaster. So here the knowledge is very important for us to have what we call a very specific disaster and how we want to tackle about it. The second one is about the monitoring and the warning system. So here is basically where we put all our equipment. So in general, this one is under a jurisdiction of what we call a government agency. So in here, we can see that we use all the technologies that we have. So basically, we have some sort of radar, satellite, and etc. And the third one is dissemination and communication. So here is the communication takes place. So in general, for us, when we want to disseminate our warning, so we use all the medium social, all the element that we can use. Here we use, I think the most successful dissemination system that we are create is we are create what we call mobile application. So in that mobile application called My Cuaca, in that application we put all the warning, all the warning, all the information that we would like the public to know. Besides that, we also have some sort like twice a day for the weather shooting in the TV. So basically, we have around 5 minutes we have a TV presentation twice a day. And then we also use all the social medium such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on. And the fourth one is the response capacity. So basically here, what we use, we follow what we call the impact-based forecast framework. So here we collaborate with all the agency that, especially the agency that lead in the disaster management. So in that, based from that impact-based forecast, our movement or our logistic of the to rescue, to give help. So it's arranged in that response capacity. Yep. So this is how we basically our early warning system for multiple hazard. This one is in the Malaysian Meteorological Department. So in general, for the data collection, so as we know that all the system are in place, all are integration, and all are in real-time data. So basically, we have a radar, satellite observation station, upper air station, tide gauge, tsunami buoy, and so on. And then for the analysis, so of course, we use some sort of model, such as numerical weather prediction model. For the tsunami model, we also have what we call the for air quality modeling. So we use CMAC and also the CAMS model to do a 5-day forecast for the air quality. And then we have the forecast disseminated to the agency that are shown in the below. So for the aviation, military, and agriculture, and so on. Okay, so this one is more detailed because the first one is the previous one is about the center of the early warning system of multiple hazard. So here I elaborate more focus to the each or element. This one is for the weather system, early warning system for the weather. So as in general, we have the observation and we have the what we call the analysis, and then weather processing, analysis and warning, and also weather warning dissemination. So this one is for Malaysian National Tsunami Early Warning System. So basically, we need to produce the warnings less than 8 minutes when the earthquake happen. When the earthquake is happen. So if there is the tsunami expected to occur. So in general, here we can see that we have some sort like for the data collection. So we have the seismic section, we have tide gauge and so on. For data processing, of course, we have the what we call forecasting. We use the TOS tsunami modeling and so on. And then for the dissemination, we give the warning to the SMS management, tsunami siren, and so on. Okay, so and this one is for the what we call, because Malaysia is experience haze almost every year, so we need to have some sort like early warning for the atmospheric pollutant. So here we use some sort like instrumentation. We use some sort like a instrument like a variable spectrophotometer. We have a 30 acid deposition station. We have a composition atmospheric for a 28 station, greenhouse gases and so on. So what happened here is we use all of this data to monitor what is the current situation in atmosphere in the Malaysia, and we also use models. We use the CMAC and CKM CAMS model, so to do a 5-day forecast for the air quality and atmospheric pollutant in Malaysia. So for the issue and challenge, when we produce our warning, so basically there is a issue when we need to explain to make our public to understand. Basically, is the first one, of course, the lack of a community awareness. So basically, we need to have some sort like more training, workshop, and seminar to explain to them what is going on. And then the second one is delay in delivering warning due to limited accessibility and adequate telecommunication infrastructure. And the third one is high-risk community is not fully defined due to incomplete risk assessment. And the last one is a lack of collaboration between private and government agency in managing disaster-related risk. With that, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamaldin. So now we are going into panel discussions. So I would like you, the panelists. So here are all the panelists and the moderator. The moderator is Mr. Yukihiro Haisa from the Ministry of the Environment. And the next, again, Ms. Veronica Scotti, would you please come to the stadium? Stage? Yes. Yes. Okay. And next, Mr. Daisuke Abe from Weather News Inc., please. And next, Ms. Miki Sato, please come to the stage. And next, Dr. Irawan Asad, please come to the stage. And Dr. Jamaldin, again, please come to the stage. Then lastly, Mr. Norihiro Kimura from the Ministry of the Economy, Trade, Industry, Japan. So from here, moderator is Mr. Haisa. I'll pass the microphone to Mr. Haisa, please.
Thank you very much. We only have 15 minutes from now. As I'm really impressed by the various works undergoing and operated in Indonesia and Malaysia, and the technologies and the new ideas or services provided or shared from the Japanese company or private entities. And I understand that EWS can be effective only when people change their behavior when they receive such warnings. So, and we still have in Japan a problem in terms of rapid evacuation or rapid response after that. So my question here is, how can we collaboratively create and operate an effective EWS by which individuals change their behavior to avoid and mitigate the impacts of extreme weather events? So I want to give the floor to you, but we cannot speak more than 2 minutes. I think we can in short as 1 minute. So first, could you, from Veronica?
Thank you so much, Mr. Hyson. So everything that I described before actually does happen in collaboration between public and private partnerships, but it takes time for these partnerships to come together. And part of the reason is what you just mentioned, that we need to design them with the idea that the beneficiary are at the center of what we do, and that they are included in their behaviors, in their process. So I'll give you an example. We worked for 3 years in technical assistance with the government of Malaysia to put together a rice paddy scheme that has just come to life this year. And we're very grateful for that because it is very important that the farmers are part and parcel of the design, and they know how to use the cover, how to respond, how to look after the yield. So it takes a real change in behaviors. In Indonesia and in other parts of the Southeast Asia, I know Japan is very a leader in this sense of living within nature boundaries. We've been working now for a number of years in developing covers around coral and coastal activities so that we can change the way fishing, local communities, and protection of nature can be integrated. And we use the data and analytics to prepare for what could be otherwise a very difficult economic disaster. But it has been over 2 years of local engagement with the local community, with the conservation communities, so that all of the science that we have can be put in the hands of the people who need to use it on a day-to-day basis. It's not an easy process, but I think if we can translate it with clear messages, with clear benefit, and it's integrated in their way of life, we have a higher chance of deployment. But Japan is a leading country in this space, so I'm sure we can learn from your experience.
Thank you very much. Can you respond, Irawan-san, or can you show? Could you? Yeah, I will give the floor to Irawan-san. Yeah. And followed by Miki-san.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Yukihiro, on this. Yeah, I think the next step will be how, in collaboration, it will be on how to sharing the data and how to use this kind of the technology that you already developed, especially on AI. Yeah, because right now everything's about AI, isn't it? And I think the development of AI in the decision that we already use now is very powerful. Yeah. To harness the data and to share the information. This is on the part of the technology, but on the part of the community, yeah, we really, I think it's time now to improve the capacity of the community and to increase the awareness of the community on there's an impact, because most of the people now, oh, there's a high rain, or just rain, but they don't know the impact. So that's why there is a need for us to increase the awareness that there will be impact after this heavy rain or after this flooding. This is our understanding about this concept. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have implemented disaster prevention measures, including early warning systems such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis and floods. Some of these solutions have been in operation for more than 20 years, significantly reducing risks for local communities. To accelerate climate change adaptation measures in business, I think industry-wide partnership and ecosystems are needed. That's the reason why we founded consortium this year. For the government, we expect coordination and support in creating proof of concept fields with incentives and financial backups, as well as access to specific knowledge, including technical, financial, and regulatory expertise. We believe that Japan boasts a strong portfolio of disaster prevention and the latest image analysis and AI technologies. It positions us to deliver comprehensive value in climate change adaptation field. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Next, from the government side, Kimura-san. And followed by Ahmed. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your introduction. My name is Nori Kimura from Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry. I'm working on supporting private sector engagement in adaptation area. So from my viewpoint, I see the three challenges facing when we think about promoting EWS from the private engagement viewpoint. First challenge is outreaching needs of the local community in a developing country. Although a Japanese company have great technologies, we think they are a bit far from actual needs of the local community in developing countries. So we start cooperation with the UN Habitat, which has a 70 regional office in Asian and Pacific region. And UN Habitat is reaching out a city and a local community in developing country. So what we did is we asked UN Habitat to dig the adaptation and EWS needs from these local community. And at the same time, METI has known so many Japanese technologies for adaptation and EWS. So we are doing an introduction of these technology to the local community through this initiative. And also the second challenge is finance. Yes, in this area, as long as I know, ODA and the public finance is used when you want to start this kind of project. But this is a one shot. So we like to support commercialization and the development of business model. So we are providing a financial support for the feasibility study and the demonstration project so that Japanese private company can start consideration of such a business development of business model. In fact, Geosphere Environmental Technologies, which is in the Japan Pavilion, is using our financial supporting scheme to consider flood management system in Malaysia, so that they can build their business more in Malaysia. And also from finance viewpoint, we have an Inishi colleague here, which is starting adaptation consortium. So we are required to collaborating with this very important initiative. And finally, we see that there is an institutional arrangement needs in a developing country. As Yaman-san said, data management is very important, but at the same time, law and regulation on this area is still ongoing. Development is ongoing. So I think we need to support this kind of institutional arrangement. And also there is an ISO standard in this area, like on social security and disaster management. So we like to promote ISO standard also through supporting actual project in developing country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So Ahmed, please.
Yeah, thank you. So for the first question, what is the issue with the public? So I think from a MET perspective, the most important issue with the public is we need to make sure that the public understand and also trust our system. So basically all of the early warning system come with forecasting or prediction. So all of these forecasting prediction come from the model. So basically all model have some limitation, have some uncertainty. So I'll give you an example. If the model give you wrong forecast, public tend to not to believe your forecast after that. So you need to make sure that all of the system are reliable, robust, and you need to explain what's the limitation of the model is. So for us to have some sort like a cooperation with the private company, so they need to have to come with us with a proposal. So how we can use what we call the latest technologies such as AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and also about the satellite maybe. So satellite data. So with all this data that technology that available, I believe that we can come up with a good model and thus make our public trust to our system. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. So lastly to Abe-san.
So thank you very much for inviting us. So in this time, so I'd like to say two things. So we provide 24/7 adaptation services to reduce weather and climate risks. So one thing for private weather services to function effectively in society, it is essential to establish a clear legal framework in each country. So that defines a role and responsibility between public and private. So that's so important for us. So in Japan, this framework functions so well, engaging the public and private sectors to collaborate in disaster prevention and reduce weather risks, related risks for business and individuals. And second one is availability of public meteorological observation. That's so important for us. So as outlined in WMO's Resolution 1, which defines principles for public-private data exchange, sharing meteorological data between public and private sectors maximize the effectiveness of private sector's activities. So in many countries, so access to meteorological data, sometimes it's difficult for us. So we'd like to, collaborate public and private to enhance our services for the society with public sectors. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. I think today we cannot take the question from the audience, but if you, any of you want to have a quick response to each other, it's okay.
So if possible, so for public sector, so how do you think about the role and responsibility for private sectors in your country? I'd like to hear your expectations for private sector.
Okay, so I think for the foreign company to penetrate to our what we call our early warning market in local, I think there is quite a tough issue that you need to tackle. So the first one is I think because we have some sort like our local disaster early warning system for our disaster. So you need first to integrate with the existing system. So of course, it's not mean that the most important thing is with that integration is not to have some sort of online data and so on. It's quite easy. The most difficult is to maintain the system because local agency, if you are propose some sort of new system, so there is some sort of two system that local maintenance need to have to SOP and so on. So that's the major issue with the system that come from the foreign company. The second one is, I think, related with the, we also have the, you need to compete with the, what we call the local company. So of course, the local company have some established connection with the local government. So I think if you want to penetrate to our area, so you need to have some sort of collaboration with them first before you come to the, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We only have 20 seconds now. So let's conclude here. And thank you very much for the participation in this meeting. I think the main message is we can count on each other. And I really look forward to working further working with you in this important field. So thank you very much. And give big applause to the panelists and speakers. Thank you so much. The housekeeping announcement from Naoko.
Thank you very much, Mr. Heise, and all panelists and the presenters. Please give a big hand to them again. And so now we also today have many audience online, and I would like to announce to the audience online, we are having a very quick questionnaire after you, as soon as you leave this seminar. So your cooperation to answer those questions are very much appreciated. So today we'd like to close our session, our seminar, and thank you very much for your participation, and give a big hands to each other.